Wisdom and Jill's radio show. Right. Hello, Wisdomers. How are we? I'm here. I'm back. And I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is well right now. Just finished my morning breath work meditation, and man, I feel really good. You know, I feel really good today. And, I'm always celebrating my little achievements. I've just published 400 YouTube videos, and I'm feeling great. And I've just hit 55,000 views on my channel overall. So I'm very happy that those achievements of my life, you know. And yeah, it's been fun, and I'm always looking forward at being the best that I can be. For 2022, I mean, it's been a been what can I say, an interesting ride for me in my life as well. And I feel that yeah, it's been I've come a long way as I look back from the start of this year. I had a goal, and it feels great to achieve what I wanted to achieve in the first place. At the end of the day, uh, I feel that I'm always wanting to, fulfill my chosen destiny as well. And it's one of those things in life where you got to be able to, find out what decisions that you've had to make in life. I mean, for me, my decision as an entrepreneur wasn't easy for my life story as well. For me, it was scary in the beginning to decide on, what was it that I was really wanting to do at the same time. You know that, you know, and that's how I felt in life today. So to be the best that you want to be is all about consistency, all about having consistency as well. It's all about having discipline too, because discipline is important for your key to success. you want to find that, well, what is the niche market that my audience wants? What do, people want from me as well? Is another factor as well. What is it that can I handle fame and success early on in my career? Can you do that as well? So these are the things I've had to learn: patience to consistency, showing up on time, being able to, look at ways that I want to achieve my goals, where I want to be in 2022 at the same time. You know that. And so that's how I feel. And I know at the end of the day you could do it as well. When you set your mind out to, you know, achieve what you want, you can do it. You've got it in you for success as well. And I feel that I have learned a lot about myself this year as well. In these last 2 years, it has been a journey running a business from home in the lockdowns as well. You know, and yeah, I am very happy with what I have set out to do. The podcast has come a long way as well. Social audio, got on social audio, and I've enjoyed my time here on social audio. Uh, I've learned a lot too about what it takes to have success in this business and in this industry at the same time. I'm listening to 50 Cent's book on Audible, his audio book. And yeah, it's really good. It's very interesting about the life and the tips that he has about you know fame and fortune. He was saying that he had a house, a huge mansion. It was costing him $70,000 a month just to maintain it with utilities. My God, that's expensive. And hear about Floyd Mayweather betting $250,000 in gambling, and Floyd was chasing the high of gambling. It's interesting how a lot of the celebrities who make so much money that they gamble it. I'm not really interested in sports betting or gambling. I find no point of it. I find it's all rigged anyway. Uh, they're all designed to take your money. I wouldn't bother with it. Anyway, the weather right now is 16.6 degrees Celsius, feels like 17.3 degrees Celsius. A low minimum is 11 degrees Celsius, a top of 24 degrees Celsius, 0 to 1 millimeter rain, partly cloudy today. Calm, 0 kilometers an hour wind, 0 kilometers an hour gust, 75% humidity, 0 millimeter rain since 9 a.m. yesterday. Rain, 75% high chance of no rain, 50% medium chance of no rain, 25% low chance of less than 1 millimeter of rain. Sydney area, partly cloudy, the chance of fog in the west early this morning, slight 20% chance of a shower in the afternoon, light winds becoming east to northeasterly, 15 to 20 kilometers an hour in the middle of the day, then becoming light in the late evening with a moderate fire danger rating. 5:54 a.m. sunrise today, 7:29 p.m. sunset, waxing gibbous moon phase, full moon 8th November, next moon phase. 9, very high max UV index. 8:50 a.m. to 4:20 p.m. sun protection recommended. Tomorrow, cloudy, low of 10 degrees Celsius, a top of 25 degrees Celsius. Monday, sunny, showers predicted, a low of 11 degrees Celsius, a top of 25 degrees Celsius. Tuesday, sunny with showers predicted, a low of 13 degrees Celsius and a top of 24 degrees Celsius. Wednesday, sunny with showers predicted, a low of 12 degrees Celsius, a top of 24 degrees Celsius. Thursday, sunny with showers predicted, a low of 12 degrees Celsius, a top of 25 degrees Celsius. For the weather, I'm always interested in the weather and what is going on with the weather as well. But you can see, like, I want to know if anyone else can relate to what I'm saying is how to be the best that you can be, and showing up and having the discipline and drive to become successful. Here on Wisdom, it's all about sharing your achievements and what you have achieved as well. It's important to one tip I can say is not dwelling on numbers on your social media, because it is true when you start wanting to chase fame, it could really put pressure on your mental health. I've been there too, and it was causing me depression, and you don't want that. Like I said before, your mental health is more important than YouTube, Wisdom, any social media platform out there. Your mental health is way more important than any of those. You know that. And that's what it is, because your happiness and ability to show up and keep working hard is important. You know, it is very important. I mean, I guess it's discipline, consistency at the end of the day is one factor, but all you have to do is just keep on persisting with success. That is all you have to do, is just keep on persisting with success and keep chasing your dreams, goals, and desires in your life. You know that. Because when you want it, you can get it. I was listening to a bit of the Kurt Angle show last night about how Kurt Angle won an Olympic gold medal. Now, that's hard to win an Olympic gold medal in Greco-Roman wrestling. I think this was Atlanta 96 Olympic Games. Now, that meant a lot to Kurt Angle. He's one of the best wrestlers in the business, actually. Um, you know, he had struggles with, drug problem, taking painkillers. But he to me is one of the best athletes ever. His sister died of a heroin overdose in 2003, but he, you know, has the will to change and the drive to keep going as well. And that's what I like about Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is one of my favorite wrestlers today, and someone I've got great respect for because you know he chose to be the best that he can be, and it's like you can be the best that you can be. But like I said, not comparing yourself to other people is important too, and finding that there is purpose in my life. That, and you do have purpose. Uh, so many personal development audio books out there, audios in general, but we all have to start taking action. We all have to start taking action. As old Nightingale would always say, action is the best way to avoid procrastination in life. I'm here for you. I'm here to motivate you to get out, go and achieve success. And it's also too important to hang around people who want to see you succeed, not who don't want to see you succeed in life. Is one thing to look out for in the world. I've had a lot of struggles, but I know at the end of the day, I'm the winner and I can do it. And so can you. When you have the winner's mentality and the championship mindset and the one percenters mindset to be a winner, you've got this. You've got this. And I know the legacy I will leave behind in my life will be memorable. Because I know at the end of the day, I'm not going to live forever, and I'll do the best that I can on this earth to, achieve what I was put out to achieve. And I know you can too. And that's I've had to overcome a lot of self-doubt as well, and a lot of negative criticism. You get that a lot as an entrepreneur, whether you want to be an author, a musician, music as well. You just got to be prepared to have a thick skin and deal with the rejection, and to be able to just keep showing up when you don't feel like showing up is the hardest at the same time. And just be yourself, be your own brand. Your brand is important, you know. It's all about you. You're the only one that can make the decision to basically avoid procrastination. I do think that the universe has its own plan for us somehow. I think that we have to, find a solution to, our problems, I guess, in life. So yeah, it's all about being the best that you want to be for the rest of 2022. I feel that in our school system, we're not taught the values to life. And that to me sucks because I had a very hard time in my school life. I hated it, never wanted to be there, never enjoyed it. But I feel now that I'm here to stay, I'm here to be a winner, and you can too be a winner in the world, you know, because the winners are here to stay and to go on and achieve your destiny, your dreams, and your goals. Okay? Look, I'm not going to promise anything, but what I can say is, when you have a passion for something that you are good at, and I know at the end of the day, this is what I love to do. I mean, yes, hard work does pay off, but it's just about, I think it's just about consistency at the end of the day, is basically finding your story, your consistency, and your desire and the will and the way to success is one thing. You know, look at the great bands like Megadeth and Linkin Park, and these guys had a lot of struggles, even with 50 Cent growing up. If you listen to his book, Curtis Jackson's book on Audible, his mother was a drug dealer. 50 Cent was shot so many times. Now, he had it very hard growing up. Lived with his grandparents, tried many. You should listen to the book. I prefer to listen to it from the actual author to narrate it. It's just much better when you listen to someone's autobiography and it's an author narrating the book. It's so much. I mean, what can I say? It's just so much more powerful and more inspirational. Not someone else narrating an autobiography. It goes to show that the work ethic 50 Cent has to produce you know the best songs that he can does go a long way at the end of the day. You know that, and that's how I feel. That is how I feel right now as well, and that's what I want to do. I have a dream to be able to achieve my desire. I take action every day. I show up. I have discipline. Uh, it's like when I look back on my journey when I was younger, I used to want things straight away. I used to be very impatient. I never used to think about what consistency and discipline means. But look, what I'm here to do is here to inspire, motivate you, here to be successful for one, because that's what I do. And you can too if you have the winner's mentality, the 1% mindset for success. You can show ways to be a winner. Because being the winner here is what I want to do. And when you want to have the 1% winners mentality mindset, you can do it. I guess it's like Would you say writing a book is the same thing? You know, if you're an author, for instance, and you're writing a book, and then all of a sudden you feel overwhelmed because you don't know where to start. You just start at a small step at a time, is what I like to do in my life too. Because this is the way to be successful. This is the way that success starts, you know. When you have a desire for your life to overcome any problems, any self-doubt, any haters out there, any trolls, internet trolls, at the end of the day, I'm the winner, you know, because I have the winner's mentality mindset. I have the 1% mindset. The 1% entrepreneur is me. But like I said, don't be afraid to take a break if you need a break because you feel overwhelmed. We all get that. I know looking back on life, for me during COVID-19, during the lockdown, constantly at home in my, you know, bedroom, which is my office, you could call it. It it does get very overwhelming, and I agree. It sucks being having to, you know, stay home pretty much 24/7 and work online. I mean, most companies do start up working from home anyway, so there's nothing wrong with it, but you need to be able to get out and especially look at strategies on just getting out of this place at the same time. Because you know, depression is not a good thing, and that's what we saw with the pandemic. We saw that people get restless sitting at home. People are fed up being told that they can't leave the house. I was too. Like it was starting to get to me. Like we get fed up of dictatorship in governments telling us that the world's going to end tomorrow if you don't get a vaccine. We've had to deal with a lot of fear, anxiety in the media over, a virus. I truly think, in my opinion, this will be probably the most memorable pandemic that we've all lived through. This has been worse than the 2008 global financial crisis as well. Uh, Now, I was a young teenager in the global financial crisis. And for me, it was a challenging time. I, a lot of people lost their jobs. But we saw that, restaurants didn't get affected as much. You got to think, and I want anyone to feel free to stop by on the Stephen Shields radio show and share your story about how you have, you know, kept running your business during, hard times of inflation, and what motivates you to be the best that you can be every day. I and have you had patience to just hang in there? Because that's important, is having patience to hang in there for the long term. Nothing is a get rich quick scheme. There's no get rich quick schemes in entrepreneurship. I feel that, you know, to me, we all have our certain struggles in life as well. I feel that, only going to live once. I will. But I will be the best that I can be. And that can be in your personal life, your business life, your social life, etc., etc. But it's all about just, it's all about just showing up with consistency, and knowing that you have a true path of desire for the success and motivation that you want to achieve the rest of your life. I feel. I mean, that's how I feel. It's like, my journey, living with disability, autism, mild depression, anxiety, and feeling that for years people put me down and said, "Oh, you will never, make it to the top." And I struggled a lot with self-doubt when I was younger. Um, for me, it's not been an easy journey, but I'm still here. I faced a lot of discrimination myself, but what I want to do is be able to know that my life is valuable. I provide value in life. I, you know, love my affirmation practice. And I believe that, I have a true destiny to where I want to go in the future. Because I know at the end of the day, I'm the one who's the winner. And when you have the winner's 1% mentality mindset, you've got it. We want to be the best that we can be. Okay? And I'm not going to let technology companies, tech companies, tell me I can't do it by shadow banning me, by making life difficult for me. I'm here. I have discipline. I show up every week. And I want what I was put on this earth to do. And that was to, be a content creator. And I love it. I love this. I love this industry. And I believe in myself because that's what I do. I believe in myself. You know, when you have that self belief, and I invite anyone who wants to share any input on their story, your journey as well in this world, and be able to find that life is all about finding your passion and your gifts and your desires for life. You know, go to as many different platforms as you can. You know, find that you have a purpose for your life. Keep educating yourself for success, feeding your mind with success, knowing that you deserve success as well, and keep on manifesting the dreams and desires that you want. All right, weather right now is 17.7 degrees Celsius. Feels like 17.2 degrees Celsius, minimum of 11 degrees Celsius, top of 24 degrees Celsius, 0 to 1 millimeter rain, partly cloudy. Northeast wind 7 kilometers an hour, 7 kilometers an hour gust, 72% humidity, 0 millimeter of rain since 9 a.m. Rain 75% high chance of no rain, 50% medium chance of no rain, 25% low chance of less than 1 millimeter of rain. Sydney, Australia today, partly cloudy, the chance of fog in the west early this morning, slight 20% chance of a shower in the afternoon. Light winds becoming east to northeasterly 15 to 20 kilometers an hour in the middle of the day, then becoming light in the late evening. Moderate fire danger rating. Sun, moon, and UV index today, 5:54 a.m. sunrise, 7:29 p.m. sunset. Waxing gibbous moon phase, full moon. 8th of November is the next moon phase. 9, very high max UV index. 8:50 a.m. to 4:20 p.m. sun protection recommended. Tomorrow, cloudy, low of 10 degrees Celsius, a top of 25 degrees Celsius. Monday, sunny with showers predicted, a low of 11 degrees Celsius, a top of 25 degrees Celsius. Tuesday, sunny with showers predicted, a low of 13 degrees Celsius, a top of 24 degrees Celsius. Wednesday, sunny with showers predicted, a low of 12 degrees Celsius, a top of 24 degrees Celsius. Thursday, sunny with showers predicted, a low of 12 degrees Celsius, a top of 25 degrees Celsius as well. But yeah, it's all about, you know, keep on going, keep on going. Hi, Sonia.
Hey, Steven.
How are you?
Good, good.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, I thought I'd drop by to say hi. And of
What's
course,
been
the
happening
topic draws me too.
since you've last been on the show? What have you been up to?
A few things to keep me busy.
No, that's awesome. And you mentioned you're still writing your book, is that correct?
Yeah, I am.
How's that going?
That's pretty good.
No, that's
Well,
awesome.
I had some, like what you were saying, a little bit of writer's block, but that's also coming in here and get the inspiration as well. So it's pretty
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
speaking, I mean, I get writer's block too. I publish some affirmations for musicians and content creators on YouTube and Insight Time and Meditation app to help creative people overcome, writer's block and get inspiration to write as well. Maybe give them a listen if you can as well. But this is how
Definitely.
it is,
Yeah,
you
but
know.
you know, it was of interest.
Yeah. So what else is happening with you, Sonia?
Yeah, we just like been looking at different things, of course, in terms of what you said in terms of content creating, right? And of
Hmm.
course, we just started our show on Fireside not so long ago. Like, with
Hmm.
this coming Thursday would be our fourth episode or show, right? Because
Hmm.
I don't know if you ever gone into Fireside app, but that was kind of cool. It's just part of overcoming, like, because I wanted to start like yourself, like the YouTube channel and also the TikTok stuff, which is,
Mm.
but I didn't know exactly what I was gonna create, right? But now
Mm.
looking at it and looking at some of the things that are out there, it's pretty cool on how things come to be. Because I find that with the block sometimes you have, right, it's more like the writing, but if you do get into the flow, then it's pretty cool. So it's just like a matter of taking yourself a little bit out of the situation so you can get something and get your mind refreshed, right?
Yeah, we all need a refresh. What's Fireside, this new app you're talking about?
Yeah, it's a combination of visual and it's still live, like Wisdom here, but except they have also the video component where you can see people live and people can attend your show live, right? So it's been like a really awesome, like my friend Ruby and I, we started the show just out of more fun and curiosity. And of course, both of us need to get going on the action side because we're like afraid to be out there, right? And
Yeah.
so it was a challenge for us, but it turns out like it's really cool on how you can work it into your, whether it's to be your best self, like what you have here, right? And of course
Can,
yeah, go ahead.
can you send me this Fireside in the chat on Wisdom,
Yeah, I
the
will.
link to it?
Yeah, and yeah, and for anyone who is interested, of course, we can send the link as well. But it's quite
Yeah.
awesome too. I mean, like both because it is both podcasting and also so that way you can kind of simulcast as well, right? So they allowed that. But
And do you have the ability to monetize?
eventually, because it's coming out of its beta stage now, right?
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, send me it. Send me it, and
Yeah,
I'll be on there soon.
that's awesome. Yeah, I
But
thought we kind of experiment with combination of, but wisdom, helped me start all of these things, and of course with all the things I collected in terms of whether it's knowledge or just the inspiration. I usually have my notebook around just so
yeah,
whatever it is that it's gonna improve life, then I jot it down, and just like Jim Rohn said, those things because you can't depend on your memories all the time, but once you kind of like shuffle all those words around, sometimes it makes sense, right? And that's how you
exactly.
get a lot of inspiration from different things. So yeah, I might have a block in a sec, but then I look at my notebooks or something like that, and it inspires me back again. So it's not like a long time that I get these writer's block. It's just more of the direction that I wanted to go, right? And so I'm really grateful for that because then it allows you to not only what you learn but also to collect ideas and stuff like that, that because of all the things you're going through life, right, and
Mm,
different experience comes to you, and so you're never the same person. So when you look at back in your notebook, it's such a awesome thing to be able to reflect upon, right?
mhm,
And I thought
exactly.
that was so awesome exercise that I thought that was, my, you know, it's it's really something that I didn't think I was gonna use. But when I flip back the notebook, then you see the notes, and you're like, oh yeah, wow, I wrote down these things. Oh wow, now I
Mm,
have all these things in my mind, then I can kind of look at it in a different set of eyes with more knowledge coming into me day by day, right? So pretty cool.
mm. And not knowledge is power.
Yeah, yeah.
As I said before, I got Audible. I restarted my subscription with Audible. I'm listening to Curtis Jackson's autobiography, 50 Cent,
Oh yeah.
and he talks a lot about work ethic and hustling in the studio. And I thought, look, this is an inspiring audio book for me, because it just talks about business deals. He goes into his business life. It's very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, like, I don't know exactly who he is, like, just from the press, and of course, the whatever is said out in the media, right? So,
Mm,
of course, to really look and understand people's lives, and, it's a different thing, right? So, and
exactly.
yeah, so appreciate the link that you sent, of course, um,
Yep.
and wisdom chat there, and I'll send the thing back to you as well. So, yeah, I mean, how to be the best that you can be, right? Um,
Yes.
for me, it's like if you put yourself out there absolutely in terms of whether it's joy or love. I always turn things into joy now because I think that's the best state to be in. And even if
Hmm.
you block a little bit, you turn that into joy. Like I go to the beach, right? Sometimes to
Mm,
reflect on thing, rain or shine, because that always gives me a different perspective. The walk on near the beach and stuff like that. It's just beautiful, the salt sea water. And so it makes your life such a beautiful day, whether that day, because it's not, well, it's about 20 minutes drive for me, right? So it's quite close, and I can be there and just take in the salt and sea water and see the birds and everything else, right? Put your feet into the ocean, even though it's cold. I
mm.
got my flip flops on, and then of course, Canada is winter now, right? You hardly go into the water, but it's nice to be near the ocean and just breathing that salt air, instead of
Yeah.
the cold polluted thing. Although it's still, but that's argumentative, of course. But it's
Hmm.
it's great to just be out there and be near the beach. Yeah. So
No, the beach is great.
yeah,
Canada's great. The winter's great. Is it snowing?
no, not yet. I think in a
Uh-huh.
couple of weeks it probably is. The way things are, we're under minus next week, so minus in Celsius. That means right. So
Yeah.
oh yeah, you need a little bit of a coat. Yeah. And so you have to like, for me, I would put everything in storage, and so I have to dig out my winter coat now. We had like in October, we have some really nice sunny days, though, which is like not normal for us, right? But you know,
mm,
with global warming and stuff like that, you never know, right? Sometimes October usually is cool and crisp, but it was still sunny and in the 20 to 25 degrees. I thought that was
mhm.
quite awesome. But at the same time, you know, what's happening around the world, right? You know?
Well, in Australia, with Sydney, we've had so much rain this year, so much floods. We're in the La Nina season. Apparently, that's gonna. Well, apparently next year will be could be a dry winter or a dry summer. Yeah, just fed up with the rain. So much rain this year. We've
Yeah,
had 3 times this year it's flooded.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know about you, but I think rain is great.
Hmm.
Especially if, yeah, I mean, your weather is probably warmer, right? Like
It
in
is.
Canada, yeah, it's raining, yes, but at the same time, you know, yes, you put on your raincoat and you're fine, right? You know, it's just the way you adjust to things, right? I like the
Well,
rain.
exactly. It's too
It's
much,
just,
too many potholes, Sonia, on the road, and they're dangerous.
yeah, they can
Um,
be. So that's when you slow down, right, Steven?
yeah,
And
but
use
you
your
know,
driving skill, you know, turn
yeah,
around. Formula One is not going to cut it on the rain, right?
mm, exactly.
I'm just laughing and having fun all the time, right? So it's like, so that's how I kind of manage my day. So I pop in today just because I haven't talked to you for a while. So I thought I'd do that. And of course, a little break for some tea and stuff like that is great too, right? Boiling my tea.
Yeah. No, but that's how it is. They are dangerous on the road, Sonia.
Yeah. And isn't everything dangerous if you look at it? It really depends on how you look at life, right? You know, dangerous, yes, I know because Canada doesn't have the best road for sure.
Mm,
Because, you know, next year, by the time you're right, there's potholes if there's snow in that year, right? Because, you know, all the thing that clearing out the snow leaves lots of, you know, big holes, right?
mm,
And yes, you have to do a little bit maneuvering on your wheels, and of course, some of them you can't avoid, and so you get the bumps,
mm.
and hopefully your tires will not wear out as fast, right? That was
I
what you
know,
hope for, right?
I
But you know, we
know.
adjust, right? It's us, right? How you take it, you can take it as miserable or wet or all of these things. Yeah, it's all that. But how do you
I
turn
know.
it to your best, right? You know, it's just like set your mind in a different tone. That's how you like also, you know, in terms of what you practice, right, with law of attraction and or you know manifestation that you talk about in your talks, right? Those are the
Yeah.
things how we raise our vibration and also how we can become the best that we can be, right? So
Well, that's exactly right. You know, I know you're very heavily into personal development as well, and that's really good. And it sounds to me it's been working on your behalf.
yeah, it's not just about that. It's just like deciding on how you want to live this life,
Hmm.
right? And what you just said in terms of success also, you know, Alex Hermosi also said that you are a success when you decided that you are,
Mm,
right? So today, if you say you're successful today, then it begins to, of course, your mind starts rearranging and, you know, it tells whether it's emotion or what it is that you need to be done. What is success, right, for you, right? When you decide today, I'm going to be successful in this or I'm successful today, right?
mm,
Then all the things work to actually work for you, right? In many ways, if you
mm,
let it, right? And so I always love, you know, what, you know, the inspiration around me, right? So, and
mm.
that's one of the people that I, you know, in terms of business, and I kind of like look at, and because you know they're always success is done already, creation is done already. So it's just a matter of us assembling what is our success, and you know, go after that, right? So, and bring it into our lives, which is what manifestation is, right?
Well, that's what you want. That's what you want every day. It's all about discipline, I guess, and consistency is one.
It's just not, yes, discipline is part of it, and it is the process, right? Your success
Mm,
process. What is it that you want to be able to do? In your mind, you see it so clearly, then this is how you're gonna you really narrow your focus and, become that whatever it is that you need it to be the
exactly.
success that you are, right? So,
Like I said, this year's been very challenging for everyone. In the last 2 years of COVID-19, I basically could have just said to myself, right, I'm just going to sit down and watch Netflix all day, or I could have just gone and started my company, which it did. I've been doing this for 2 years, and look, I love what I do. It gets me up every day, and I'll keep doing it.
that's good.
Um, I'm
And
considering of rebranding my YouTube channel name from Shields Productions, but what's your thoughts on it?
well, it really depends on what you want to do. Why are you rebranding? Or it's always nice to have a refresh, right? But it's
Mm,
nice to also look at in terms of clarity, right? What is it that you really want to do? Like, yeah, and we can certainly talk about those things in the back channel, right? And
mm,
I help people do that because, as my career is in the financial industry and a
mhm,
consultant for a long time. I help people, look at their goals and try to, of course, look at the strategies and what is it that they're passionate about and what is it that they really love. All of those things come into play, right? How are you gonna how do you get clarity and how do you find your so-called purpose, right, or
mm,
mission or vision, that kind of thing, right? And so
mm,
it really it really depends on what is it that you need, and once you have that in clear in your mind, because what is manifestation is to bring it to life, right,
mhm,
into your world, right?
mhm,
And so you know this is kind of like it's not a it's not a it's it's a no-brainer in many ways, right? But
mm,
it does take some tries to do certain things because you need to do a lot of things to make that process work, right? This is
mhm,
like you put into a yeah, success is a process, yeah. And when you can get that process and fine tune it, because like what you're doing is trying and trying different things, right? And so
mhm,
that's a great thing. The way I see it, right? And if you keep
mhm,
trying and doing, but also look at the people who have been successful. What is it that they're doing that that can tweak up your processes, right? Because success is done. The things that you wanted is already out there. You just have to
mhm,
find the people. You can either model or look at the process in which you can then customize your whatever you're identified with, right? Yeah.
exactly. You
Yeah.
gotta you
So.
gotta find what your niche is. Well, that's the goal for 2023 is to start niching down on YouTube, especially. What do my audience want? What do they want from the podcast as well?
Yours is
And
already quite niche, like in terms of, I think it's looking for a different way of whether it's, the thumbnails or what you mark and what you're doing in terms of now that you've been in 2 years into it. Really look at some of the people, like for me, I look at some channels like Primal videos and stuff like that.
mm,
And although they're not music and stuff like that, but it helps me in terms of like what I need to be able to make the channels successful. Look at the people that went up quite fast, right? And happens to be us, in the business side of things, is Alex Hermosi for me, right? The way
mm,
things are spiking up for his numbers and stuff like that, what the content that he used to deliver. So can I
mm,
do something like that from my own perspective and from my
mhm,
own experience, right? I'm not copying everyone else. I'm doing it through my way of seeing things and how it's worked for me and that
mm,
kind of thing, right? Or how it is that I want it to be, right? So
Mm.
those are the things that you can do. Although they're not in the same industry as you, there's something that they do that is successful. So that's what you kind of want to model, right? Whether it's like,
Mm.
because at the end of the day, you want the channel to do well because you want it to make money too, right? And
Exactly.
throughout everything, I mean, success has the monetary component for a lot of people, right? And so, if you look at your overall business and if you look at your overall art, right, there needs to be a third eye in many ways, right, for people to see your business, a second opinion, and all of these things that people, other people see that you don't see, right? Because you have
Mm.
to allow for that and openness and opening and allowing yourself to be able to change, because you're going to have to move out from your comfort to be able to go to the next level, because the next level is not here, right? It's up there, right? So you have to still climb. That means you have to, yes, make mistakes, try out different things, different things that has been done in the past that's successful, not necessarily the same, because yours is quite niche. You now need to go the other way, right? And look at
Yeah.
other people that's been successful, and and you have to incorporate other components as well. This is in a new world too, in terms of
Mm.
digital marketing and all of these things, right? So that's
Yeah.
kind
Well,
of like, and
that's.
I know I said a lot. I hope you don't mind. I just like when I'm doing things that are in my passion, and of course I'm in flow, right? Then it
Mm.
just comes out like that. So I mean, like in terms of financial and in terms of investments, I look at more broad now because I'm not in the industry just specific for the financials anymore, right? Look at
Mhm.
NFT, cryptocurrencies, and all of these other things that will incorporate in my future business as well. So all of these things adds to, in terms of like your knowledge and the way you think now is going to be different because of these knowledge being added. This is what I mean by inspiration from all sorts, right? So that way you're not stuck in one place, and if you're stuck, you just get out there, step up, and see something else differently, right? Because you're always like, every minute, every day, every moment is a new moment, right? If you look at that
I
way, then
know.
you're never like out of inspiration or out of thoughts. This is what I find I am coming out of, right? And and I'm so grateful for, just like that understanding. You just sometimes have to like sit in that corner or whatever it is, just be still and just reflect, and sometimes go to the beach and be still and reflect and just look at everything, just like take a breather, and that usually for me does it. And everything comes to us, and if you can be in such a way that you don't think, but it just comes, right?
Mm.
And I feel that these is I'm so grateful for that part, because of course, that I've been working with Dr. Rao, and the way the thoughts have curved is so different now. The way I do things is so different now, and
Mm.
my thing is that I'm always joyful and doing all of these, whatever I have to do, right?
Mm.
And all things just lined up for me. I'm so grateful for that. So I hope that's what you meant by being the best that you can be, just being absolutely involved in whatever you're doing, the task, and just be in that joy moment. And all the time, you'll find that the time just blows away, right? It just goes. And you
Well,
can't help but love what you're doing, right?
exactly. You want the time to go fast as possible.
Well, time is fast. You can't get it back, right?
Yeah. You know, you can never get time back.
No.
That's why it's important to avoid procrastination
Yeah.
as well.
It's not so
And
much
that's
as
what you want to do.
procrastinate, right? And if you can come to the honesty with that, you see the reason why, and see life also, because like as time goes, right, you never know. Like I had some tragic stuff that happened in my life, and I then learned to value time very much so. And so I
Hmm.
tend to like, I do my 20 hours a day kind of thing, right? And
Hmm.
course is about 5, so hours, right?
Hmm.
Well, in between you have all these things that you do.
Mm.
That is like your routine, like brush your teeth.
Mm.
Sometimes we forget, we're working from home.
Yeah. But see, Sonia, like you mentioned about you know, content creation, niching down on YouTube. Uh, these are strategies that I'm looking at for next year.
Yeah,
And
for yourself, it's already very niche, right? So that's why
Mhm.
it's also hard, right? It can go reverse, right? Because then what? Yeah, you just need to like. We can of course talk more, of course, on the background, but I think yours music is quite interesting in that niche, right? So
Yeah,
yeah, we definitely need to look at it differently, because if you're going forward and trying to niche down even further, it's going to disappear, right?
mm,
And so this is not what we want, right? And we want your
no,
music to be more receptive, and also there is some creativity involved in, like, in terms of like using it for, we in NFT. What I learned is the utility of it, right? And same thing with
mhm,
the music thing. What other uses can be used from the music of yours, right? And so we
mm,
can certainly look at those things, right? But to discuss right now, it's going to take more time than my 4 minutes that I have, and of course,
I know.
getting my tea done now. So
Mm,
yeah, thanks for the chat, and of course, it's always like great to talk with you, Stephen. And you have a unique way of seeing things, just like what I'm looking now at your Instagram. So it's like,
mhm.
yeah, um, yeah, we can certainly discuss more. Just message me on the back there, and I'll send you the link for Fireside as we are exploring on that avenue. And combination here too. I have my new series launch. It's just because I am like I find myself needing to speak more, and so I wanted to, of course, improve on my communication skills,
Mhm.
and especially the speaking skill. Of course, I don't come here as much anymore. And when I do, it's more like discussing personal day to day kind of thing. But I wanted to have a more well kind of crafted in many ways, in the ways that I speak, so that way it will be more impactful. But at the same time, I'm not taking a long time to say what I need to say, you know?
Mm. Yeah, send me Fireside if you can.
Yeah, I will. I do now. I was just looking at it. I was like, if I get out of this app, I'm like, is
Yeah.
it gonna be out of the
Mm,
way? So I'll send you our first our first show, just so you
mhm.
can see the introduction of it. So once I know how to get this done, but yeah,
I know, you know, but yeah, yeah, hopefully good things shall manifest for 2023,
yeah,
I hope.
and it is needing to like just like I mentioned, the clarity part and the focus and what you want to be able to do and how you want to impact people's lives, right? This is kind of
Mm,
end of the day, not only do you want to cover your basics, which is like in the monetary side of things, right? And also full fulfillment. I look at everything holistically. So I look at not only the business, the personal side, but your overall wellness. And that's kind of what my joy is, to help people grow into who they want to become, right?
mm, exactly. And keep working, and keep on going is what I think,
Yeah,
you know. And
yeah.
give those affirmations a try on Insight Timer and let me know what you think.
Yeah, I used to actually. I'm not gonna say no to affirmation. I used to use affirmation when I first like it's, in many ways, affirmation is like a, when you say mantras and stuff like that. It's
Mm,
like a different noise that, or a different sound that generates. It's like in many ways, if we say it in Sanskrit and you don't know the words to it, right? I mean,
Hmm.
or the meaning to it, it's okay for the mantras you use for a different purpose. It's just to also kind of, in many ways, interrupt your thinking, right? So that
Hmm.
way you can then refocus on something else, right? And it can be
So
used so many ways in terms of vibrations and noise as well. So lots of uses for a sound and
before you go, does Fireside allow you to record and publish or
yeah,
not?
yeah, it does. That
That's
allows
pretty good.
all of that for editing in there as well. But they have the basic editing thing, but not like if you have your own editing software and stuff like that. But
You,
those.
yeah, I'll,
Thanks,
I'll give it a
Steven.
go.
Great
You're
talking to
welcome.
you.
Take
Take
care.
care. Bye bye.
Bye. All right, it's always great to have guests come on the Stephen Shields radio show. It's always wonderful to have a chat as well. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Stephen Shields radio show. Turn on your notifications wherever you get a new podcast. New podcasts are available every Friday at 6 p.m. Bye for now.